So this morning, I watched another film starring Ida Lupino. This one was called Jennifer. It was directed by Joel Newton. I'm not sure what else he's done, but it was shot by James Wong Howe. Even though it was a Monogram Allied Artists, cheapo picture, James Wong Howe at the time was gray listed, so he wasn't quite blacklisted, but he wasn't really getting like big films anymore. So, then things sort of shifted in the late 50s and he started winning Academy Awards. But at the time, things were iffy. And so he's this like A-list amazing cinematographer, and he's making this cheapo noir gothic romance thing. The screenplay was written by two dudes, but it was based on a 1949 short story by Virginia Myers that appeared in Cosmopolitan magazine. But on the credits, the two guys who wrote the screenplays are not listed. It says from a story by Virginia Myers. It's very strange. So it's about Ida Lupino, who gets hired to be a caretaker at this big sprawling mansion that the owner says was built by her father in the Roaring '20s, right before the crash, and that it was really easy to build these big sprawling estates back then. The previous caretaker was her cousin, who disappeared, and the rest of the film is Ida Lupino sort of trying to trace what really happened to Jennifer. And then, obviously there's like red herrings, and there's like a big strong dude played by Howard Duff who like she's going to fall in love with, because that's how these movies work. And it was just sort of, there are bits of it that were just so ridiculous. And, the big main theme essentially is that if you are a single woman, you better find yourself a man or you're going to go crazy. And the world does not treat single crazy women well at all. So that's kind of what that film was about. It's definitely got that gothic sort of haunted house vibe to it, with this beautiful cinematography and this great noir tone of dread. It was more like, it could have gone towards horror, but it was more noir, I think, because of the like post-war dread that all of the characters were feeling. So this one is from 1953 again. It's directed by Joel Newton, from a story by Virginia Myers, starring Ida Lupino, 1953's Jennifer.